Hi guys, I'm back. There's my patented clap at the beginning. Um, video is going to be a little different. We're still talking about women. We're still talking about current events and things involving women and women's issues. Um, I want my subs in the comments to help come up with a name for you guys that I can call you, when I'm talking to you in the video, other than just my subs and my viewers. I thought about my survivors. I don't know how y'all feel. Just hit me in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want. And because we're a family, we're going to come to this decision together. Also, this video, any of my other videos that are not, and let me emphasize, are not a part of the Summer Wells numbered series, will have my Cash App information pinned. That's all I'm going to say about it. Period. We're not gonna dwell on that. Never been a beggar. Okay, on with the topics at hand. Number one topic, I want to talk about Britney Spears. She's one of those pop icons up there with Madonna for my generation and the generation right behind me coming up. And this really just pisses me off. I'm just going, y'all know I don't mince no words. This situation pisses me off. This woman has worked every day in her life. She ain't on no disability check. She's not, because you can get a disability check for mental issues too, bruh. She's not on that. She's not on that. And there's many of us women that have had life events that have broken our spirit and our heart. And we got therapy and medication, whatever it may be, and bipolar, depression, whatever, and have been able to go on and live fruitful lives and raise good children. And this woman has had everything taken from her. She can't even go to the store she wants to go to. She got people that she's paying that's shopping at Saks Fifth Avenue and boutiques and wearing, Gucci and Prada, and she's shopping at Target. That's some bullshit. Straight like that. I'm sorry if I just violated YouTube standards and whatever. I'm angry. And I think we all should be angry as women, whether we're a Britney fan or not, because believe me, I'm the eye roller, at the Britney, baby hit me. I can't even quote them, you know what I mean? But we all need to just, everybody do the need to clap right now, because she has won a small victory towards freedom. And like I said, I've not been a follower, but as a woman, as someone who has been violated, as someone who has felt freedoms taken away, I'm saluting you, Brittany. I'm saluting you for finally having the courage to stand up in court and speak out. Other people might not understand this, but thank God you found your voice. And I pray that you get to build your life back, one stone at a time. No matter how many years that you've lost. And I'm not talking about fame and money here. I'm talking about being able to build your relationship with your children, being able to decide whether or not you want contraceptives, being able to decide whether or not you want to marry somebody, be in a relationship with them, have a child, where you want to shop at, where you want to spend the money you earned. If this woman was so bad off that she cannot make her own decisions about whether she wants an IUD or have a child or get married or be around her kids, how is she able to do more than 40 hours a week work that pays the salaries of 1,000 or more people? Y'all don't think that's BS? And to have this done to her, what seems at the hands of her family? We done had her brother and her sister and her mama and daddy and everybody speak out. And yeah, she's showing out. And she may be showing out on Instagram or wherever right now in ways that people ain't getting, But this woman's been a prisoner. How do prisoners act after 10 or 15 years? They've not aged right. She's not been able to age right. She can't even go to a salon and get a $20 mani or pedi. If they don't send them in her house to her or give her permission to spend her own freaking money that she owned, are you kidding me? If she's that bad, then she ought not to be able to work. She ought to be sitting there drawing a freaking check every month like anybody else out here in the streets if you're that bad off. She shouldn't be able to be getting herself dressed and do dances and post TikToks and Instagrams and stand up in court. Do you know how much? I know my ladies out there watching, and I know my subs know how much strength and fortitude it took for this woman to stand up in court and speak out against her dad and her family and the people that have been pulling her strings all these years and controlling her. We all know what it took. And I say, again, kudos, Britney. We applaud you. We women applaud you. We applaud your strength. And we're thankful you found your voice. And we're happy that you're on the road to freedom. And don't like and comment on this for no other reason right now than you support this woman. You support her right to freedom. You support her right to be able to shop wherever the heck she wants to shop at. And to wear Gucci, Prada, or Lucci, whatever she wants to wear. Because she damn well got up and earned this money. However she got it. Not the people that are benefiting off of it. Did y'all see that her daddy was drawing a monthly check and bill allowance of more than she was allowed to have? That's a freaking outrage. That man should bury his head in the sand and feel ashamed. You're taking more money a month than you're giving the woman that's earning it. You won't even let her go to a little trip to Maui? Denying her that? Denying her a freaking vacation because you need your cash cow to get up and dance and make your money. If you guys want a more professional breakdown of this story, I suggest you go and check out Emily Baker. She's fantastic. She's an attorney. She lives in Middle Tennessee. She will not comment on her summer shit. Sorry, I shouldn't have said it that way. Our summer situation. Because she's traumatized herself from all the years working as a prosecuting attorney and all the pictures and all the paperwork and all the stuff that she's seen and heard. She can't go there. It's very triggering and traumatic for her. And I respect that. So she does like celebrity news and stuff. But this woman is awesome. Ladies, support her. Check her out. Giving a shout out to her. I love her show. She's cool. She's quirky. And she's very knowledgeable and very, very good at breaking stuff down to where we understand it. She does get a little in depth. And if you don't have a legal background, some things may be a little much, but she's got wonderful timestamps, wonderful mods. I love her. Love her. Been a fan for a very long time. I'm going to pause for a second. Okay, sorry about that little break I had to take. YouTube's very funny about product labels and stuff being seen and visible in your videos, and I want something to drink. I keep it honest with you guys, and to get a moment to get myself back right. Just, I think, I was still talking about Britney there. I just think it's sad, you know, how many of us, especially us, okay, y'all might not have been able to hear me. My dingy self forgot to put my mic back on. Hopefully that's better. I have no way to rewind and edit, so I'm just going to try to keep going and hope that it was hearable. Anyway, how many of us that are survivors in my group and victims, past victims, let's say past, because we got to own it. At one time, we were a victim. You have to be a victim to be a survivor, period. It's not a stigmatism. I was a victim, but I've turned my victimization into survivor. And now I'm turning it into being able, hopefully, to help other women. I'm getting ready to start a series where I'm going to tell you guys about my trauma and my traumatic events. And, you know, just so I don't have naysayers out there, I got papers, baby. I got papers, okay? They were filed at the courthouse. got the file numbers on them, and I'm going to read directly off the papers and then tell you about myself as well. I'm not hiding anything. I'm going to give you everything. Don't worry about researching me. You want to know, you can ask me. I don't have a problem telling you. Anything. Ask the question. But be ready for the answer. And be ready to answer my question too, boo-boo. That being said, I'm going to give a shout out. Mountain Girl 212. I know some people out there saying, I've had some contact. Some people are saying that they think that she's watching me bite my style. Girl, love you. Giving you a shout out, Kay. I watch you. I like you. You've been in my comments. I already know. I know you don't watch a whole lot because you're like me, that trigger, that PTSD. Personally, I'm like a sponge. I watch everything and absorb. People are saying that she's copying me just because maybe some of her videos come out around the time of mine. If you watch, though, we have similar things, but we arrive at it different ways. And that's all I'm going to say. I love her. She's kind of different than me. She's more low-key. I'm more up there. But whether she gives me a shout-out or not, hey, we've got shouts out, baby. The Creepy Creepertons have shouted us out. The whole crew, individually and separately, have had our names in their mouths, babe. Just so you know. They love us little country girls, too. Anyway, that being said, off topic, 1 second, though. Got 2 little things I want to throw in there because all this stress and all this emotion and harshness that we've been dealing with in my group, in my crew, my survivors, dealing with looking at Summer and the new case that I'm already looking into. I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle reporting about it's little baby that was left in a swing to die. Woo! If that ain't a ball of fire inside of me, y'all don't know. I'm trying to tell you. Woo! Right there. That I don't know if I can report about it without crying and shouting at the rooftops, being angry as hell. Cause that's some stuff make me want to rock the orange right there, y'all. That being said, let me take us to a lighter note for just a minute before I get to our next topic. 2 of my unwind, laugh, be able to see the lighter side of life, guilty pleasures. 1 is back, and I couldn't be happier. Happier than a pig in a ball of mud. It'd be the Wildin' Out's back. That's my show, y'all. Whether you like Nick Cannon or not, it's irrelevant. You know, you get the joke on him in the show. If you don't, there you go. I love me some DC Young Flying Carlos Miller and woo. And Chico being 85 South, baby. For the pandemic, kid, I ain't gonna front. I was heading to Charlotte to watch them, you know, and it got canceled and I couldn't go. It is what it is. And my friend Pee Wee, the comedian, he's awesome out there. I'll try to provide y'all a link to him. He does live shows. The pandemic's really hurt a lot of things for a lot of people I know, and they're rerouting how they do stuff. And Godspeed to you. Now, the other little guilty pleasure I want to tell y'all about won't last forever, and it may already be gone, but on YouTube you can find it. Snoop Dogg and Kevin Hart's reporting on the Olympics. I ain't watched one thing on the Olympics but them this year. Normally I'm tuned in, but it just hadn't. I don't know. This year it just, my heart ain't been in that. My Olympics has been worrying about Summer Wells, and somebody has to, you know, because the people that should ain't. But tune in and watch. If you like to laugh and have fun at life in general, and just have a jolly good time in a little short period, I tune into them. Because I'm not sure who's funnier, Snoop or Kevin right now, and Snoop don't even do comedy. But I have laughed myself silly. It's slapstick. Just tune in. It's funny. Just a little tidbit out there for my people. Also, thank you going out to you guys, because I don't know what. I'm just so overwhelmed. I'm trying to answer everybody's comments and give y'all a shout out back. I want y'all to give yourself a clap and a pat on the back right now, because dude, the number of subscribers and views that I've got, I'm overwhelmed, and I'm just thankful. I'm thankful. I feel truly blessed, and I'm just gonna keep giving y'all me. And either love me or hate me. It's gonna be me straight up, one down the other, you know. And like I said, just gonna do it as it is. I received a specific comment from a lady who was wanting us to look into a family member that she has that's currently incarcerated and what they've been dealing with. And the family member is, from what I understand from her, a longtime victim of DV. And she finally took action against her. I'm trying to think of the word I can use. Against the person that's hurting her. How about that? And now she's sitting in a prison cell, and with the pandemic, the family can't even hardly see her and have nothing to do with her. And she's wanting us to feature. So I'm waiting on that email. I gave you my information. Please email me back, honey, because we'll interview you, the family, put you on here. I'll see if I can't link you with other people maybe that can get you more exposure. I don't have a problem with that. It ain't about the best scoop or nothing else. Let's see what we can do for you and your family. So please shoot me that email. I sent you a good email address. It should be where you asked for it. Got the link under it. Just click on it and shoot it out to me. I'm waiting. I've been looking about 5 times better today for you. I'm even checking my spam folder just in case my Gmail throws you to the left. It's not, the email that I gave you is not my personal, it's my professional email. That being said, just go on and shoot that out there, boo, because we will give you all we can. Gonna give a little bit of a touch on summer here in this because it is a topic of interest. First of all, Summer Wells, justice for Summer, or free Britney and justice for Summer Wells. That's the two things we're screaming right here in this video. As I stated earlier, me, myself, and another YouTuber, and I think there was one other, we're being run down a little bit right now. I'm not going to talk back about it. I ain't got nothing to say. All I can tell you is look at the source. Look at the source. That's what my grandma used to say to me. Look at the source where it's coming from. If you're getting crap talked about you by a crap hole, if the outdoor toilet's talking ish about you, look at the source. I wipe my butt on better stuff. So that's all I'm gonna say on that and there. Y'all can do whatever you want to and think whatever you want to about it. I won't entertain. But thank you. Because you know what? Hi, haters. Hi. Mwah. Love you. Because if you're hating on me, you're keeping somebody else at rest. And as long as you're keeping my name alive out there, you're getting me one more person that's checking out to see what you're talking about. Now, back to summer. Let me say this. Take it however you want to take it. Because this is not my part 1 through 8 where I'm trying to lay it out and give it. This is me. My opinion, my take on current events and what's going on in the news as related to women. We need Summer's name out there. We need Summer's name out there. I'm not saying her family did something. Somebody did something to this little girl. Somebody out there knows something. She's 5. She can't defend herself. Open your D mouth. Stop being a perv or whatever you are. A perv, a murderer, whatever you are. I hope that her spirit and the Lord above works on you every single day and every single night, and you never succeeded at anything until you open your mouth and tell us about her. Period. And I'm going to put a pin in that because I have a series about her. If you want to know more about her, go to my series because I'm going to be uploading the next video in that series. And we're getting to the point where I'm about to tell y'all my theories and get your opinions. Last topic I want to discuss. And I may lose some of y'all here, and I'm okay with that. But again, I'm about bringing women up. And we've got to look. I think it's well and good, the government and these checks they're putting out for seniors and stuff. They need it. Raise them up, give them extra money. Great. Yay, yay, yay. Because they ain't got, nobody's got enough here lately. Okay. Cost of living's been going pew. And everything else has been going pew as far as money coming in. Okay. We all know this. We all are experiencing the same thing. And then, so we're getting senior citizens and people that's got children that they can file on their taxes getting extra money. Hello. Nurses, doctors, they've got recognition out here and they've got raises. Believe it or not, they've got bonuses for working through the pandemic, at least in my area. Let me put it that way. In my region, the state has given bonuses to their nurses and doctors and people that stayed and worked and put in their regular hours. And so have area hospitals, even some of the nursing homes. And I know that because I was a CNA for 18 years. Honey, I worked 2 and 3 jobs at a time and went to school and raised 2 children until I started taking care of my grandparents. And then I still worked a full-time job and tried to go to school. So I refuse. I don't know how to sit down sometimes and stay still. It is what it is. What about the essential workers? Those that have been forced to work. And I'm talking about retail. Food services shut down. A lot of retail shut down. But what about your grocery store workers? What about your big box store workers? What about your convenience store workers? You had to get gas. You had to be able to eat. You had to be able to get your meds. You had to be able to get toilet paper. God knows you had to be able to hoard the toilet paper, folks. And the sanitizer and the wet wipes and all that crap. Where do you think you got it? Who do you think stocked them shelves and rang it up for you? And kept the floors clean and cleaned the toilets and everything else while you were there and answered all your questions and helped you find where it's at. Somebody had to do that. These people a lot of times are working at minimum wage or shortly there above. I mean, if you go in a convenience store around my area, $9 is top pay, boo. Where's their bonuses? Where's their stimulus check? Where's their thank you from the people and the government for putting their lives at risk and dealing with the morons that, well, I don't need to wear a mask. I done had my shot. Forgetting that you can still get this ish and you won't get sick, but the person that you're talking to across that counter and their kids and their family can still get sick, idiot. Wake up. America, stop thinking about yourself only. Think about the other person that you're talking to and spitting on and spouting your ignorance to. A lot of times we don't want to hear it. Not saying that I work at a convenience store. I used to. That was my job. At the beginning and the first, 6 months of the pandemic, I was on the other side of the counter in a convenience store working. Abso-freaking-lutely. And luckily, I worked at an independently owned small convenience store then. I didn't make anything. I didn't make nothing. Nothing. And I mean nothing. Nothing. But I worked for great people that gave me the leeway to tell you to get out and we're not going to serve you. If you're wheezing and coughing and snotting and if you wouldn't wear a mask as they asked, they just tell you to go. They ain't going to deal with it. But see, they don't tell you that. I don't know about other places. I don't know outside of my county area because with working and everything I do, it's rare I get outside of my county area. Keep it a band with y'all right now. And, we had travel restrictions and such in the beginning. I'm taking a drink of my drink. I got to lean down because y'all can't see the name of it because YouTube won't allow that. Like I said, I'll keep everything 150 with you. Ask, I'll tell you. Not a can either, by the way. My can is inside a cup. It's just a metal. It's hard to explain. I like the metal cup because it keeps my drink colder. Kind of like a metal can. Okay. Now, on to the next thing. Let's see. Anything else y'all want to know about me? You just ask. I'll tell you. I will tell you. If it's your business, and if it ain't your business, I'll just tell you it ain't your daggone business. But no, for real, I'll keep it 100% real with you. Ask me. I smoke. I live in the Bible Belt in the South in the tobacco world. But can we get something for those? And the reason I bring this up on a ladies platform, let me reiterate. The reason I bring this up about your gas station workers, about your big box store workers, about your grocery store workers, other than the departments where they're unloading the trucks and stuff, which is only probably, when you get to your big box stores, is only like 5 to 10% of their workforce. 90%. I'm rounding up, okay? It's like 89.329. I looked up. Better than 89%, let's put it that way, so that somebody don't say, oh, you're misquoting facts. Better than 89% of the workforce in essential workers in stores that stayed open during the pandemic were women. Women. And now we're older working women. There is more prevalent than it was even 5 or 10 years ago. It's that age range. My age group is still working. We're not going to be able to retire as early as our parents, if ever. We might not never see what a Social Security check looks like. So we may be working women for the rest of our lives. Our children are grown and raised. And we're still working at poverty or below poverty level jobs. Because they're not going to hire us at the better paying jobs because we can't be there as long in their mind. What about us? What about us? A lot of us are still helping support our children and grandchildren, but we can't claim them on our taxes. What about us? Can we at least get a thank you card from our president and vice president and Congress and Senate? Can we get a thank you card from y'all? Can we get something? Because frontline workers get thanked, but then when they specify it, they say nurses and doctors. And when they do that, that irks my soul. What about the CNAs, yo? Because I know the average person going to the doctor and hospital and whatnot, when that person keeps coming in and checking on you and brings you that drink that you want or takes your blood pressure and temperature and helps you to the bathroom, it's not your nurse, honey. That's not your nurse. That's your CNA. Your nurse has more contact with you than the doctor, but not as much as one might think. Because that way, they save money. The hospital, the facility you're at. Your contact, your one-on-one contact, and that person that's putting themselves out there 9 out of 10 times, dealing with that sick person and doing the day-to-day, hour-to-hour care is your CNA. It's not your nurse. And I've had some people come at me for, it's the same thing. You ask the nurse or CNA if it's the same thing. Go on and ask them. It's not. It sure ain't the same pay either. Shoot. When I started out as a CNA, I started out making $4.25 an hour before I got certified. And once I got certified, I made a whole $4.95. And we're talking in the 90s, boo. We ain't talking about, the 70s. We're talking about in the 90s. Because I already had children at the time. My babies was born in 91. Absolutely. Just like it irks my soul. I'm going to tell y'all something that just burns me raw. People's laying at home getting that extra check money and not working. Bull. BS. That ain't all of it. What is the industry that's crying out right now? Screaming that they can't get nobody to work for them. It's the restaurant industry. Mainly servers. My town, my area, my state, you make $2.13 an hour. I made $2.03 an hour when I started out 20-some years ago. And most people think that tips are a gift. I ain't never seen Uncle Sam tax a gift whether you got it or not, though. Can you imagine Uncle Sam putting a tax on your Christmas present whether you got it or not? Or period. A flat rate tax based on the amount that it could cost. Servers pay 11% for every $100 in food sales where I live. Flat. That's to begin with. That doesn't include tipping out the bartender, the hostess, the bus boy, and the tip back for the debit cards they run. out of the tips they get. Then on their paycheck, they get taxed hourly and on their tips. And I know what I'm talking about, boo. Did it for 27 years, even worked in management. I'll not go back. I'm not giving up what I got now at the job I have now to go back to waiting tables. And I switched during the pandemic, like many others did. Places that would have never gave us a chance gave us a chance. I'm about to get cut off by this phone. I love y'all. Feel free to comment. Like I said, I'm going to pin this video, coming out with another in my summer.